Hello, hello. Hopefully my audio is working first thing this morning. Let's see. Check 1 2. Look at that. I think we're going. I think we're all good. John Villardi, my man, I am so sorry about what's going on or what's about to go on in Florida. And whatever you guys, gals, people think as far as whatever it is, whether it's prayers, whether it's positive thoughts, whether it's positive energy, please send it over to our friends in Florida. I was there, man. I know what it's like. Well, maybe not this, but like I was there during Hurricane Ivan. My apartment got destroyed, condemned. I never got to go back there. The only thing I pulled out of there was some clothes and an old 32-inch Sony Trinitron TV that was about 200 pounds that refused to die, even when there was like standing water in my apartment. Anyway, terrible deal. And so our thoughts, prayers, energy all goes out to our friends in Florida. So be safe, everybody. If you can get out, get out. It's one thing I never want to go through again is a hurricane. All right. Good morning, David Valdez. Aloha from Maui. Aloha, Todd. Maui Audio. What a deal that is. Living in Maui, selling speakers. It's got to be awesome. Billy, my man. All the way from across the pond. I hope you're doing well. Hello from Sweden. All right. Ooh, SMSL. SU1. $10 off. Is it? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. SMSL SU. Un. Save 12% at checkout. I don't see it. I don't think it's on sale today. Bummer. Bummer. It's a great DAC. Sounds good. Thank you, Grey Wolf. Good morning, Ed. Lee Gill was born in Lincolnshire. That AirPod Pro 2 deal is sweet. I know, and I don't even need another pair. And I'm thinking about buying another pair. You know what I did buy today, though? I'll show you. My voice is a little bit crackly. I'll show you what I bought today. It's a little bit boring. But if you do what I do, then it's just a good time to buy this stuff. Every Black Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever it is, I always pick a bunch of this stuff up. Are you ready for it? The most boring thing on Prime Day, but very, very, very good deals to be had. External hard drives. I actually just bought a 4 gig. 4 terabyte is what I bought. 4 gig wouldn't get me too far. I bought this one. These are the ones I love. These are the ones I use all the time. And they fill up very quickly. And then I also bought SD cards. Which this one right here is my favorite SD card. I probably have a dozen of these. I need to start throwing some of them away before they die, before they fail on me, before I shoot like a 30-minute video and it's all lost. All lost. Those SANs have huge problems of high failure rate SSDs. I use them all the time, man. I mean, I used to use the T7 or T9 or something like that from Samsung. And then I switched to the SSDs. The, whatever these are. These are the SanDisk SSDs. Let's get 68,000 ratings. 6% 1 star. Usually anything that like is less than 12% 1-star, I trust, especially if it's got 68,000 reviews. I've never had one go. Knock on wood. So hopefully I won't have any problems. But I've been using them pretty hard every day. Every day, literally every day, I use this right here, and it goes traveling with me too. But I've gotten these two: Samsung T7, T9. I've used these two quite a bit. Anyway, hey, look at this. Good morning, Rainey from North Carolina. Oh my goodness, North Carolina got throttled too. Enjoyed meeting you at my first Emofest last Saturday. Jeff, it was great to meet you too, my friend. That was a fun time, wasn't it? Talk about like laid back and cool and being able to see whatever you want. Anyway, it was great. It was great seeing you too, man. Great seeing you. Oh, I meant the brand in particular. Yeah, I don't get the, what is it? SanDisk. I don't get the SanDisk SD cards simply because I don't like those as much. I don't know why. I get the Lexar. I get these. There's literally like dozens of these on my desk. I get these. Lexar. I like them. Anyway. Old Man Hi-Fi uses the Crucial X6 SSDs. Well, there you go. All right, talking about SSDs. Question, just bought the Marantz Model 60N. What speakers would you recommend to it? Marantz usually, I haven't heard of modern Marantz for a while outside of a home theater. Let's see. Model 60N. Marantz plays well with everything because it's a little bit warm. So warmer or like lusher leaning amps play well with just about anything. Although, is this a Class AB one? 60N. This one looks nice. Never had one in. I don't know. Oh, Class AB. I'm sure it's going to play well with anything. So it's really going to come down to what your preference is as far as like super clarity, mid-range forward, warm, whatever you want. What's your budget? Let me know what your budget is. Come back to us. Brad King, don't know if you mentioned it or yet, but Vanatu speakers are 20% off. No, I like Vanatu. They're a little bit complicated. So they're what I would consider to be for a power user when it comes to some of their DSP and how to actuate it. That's a manual speaker. What I mean when I say manual is you actually have to read the manual for the Vanatus. They sound spectacular though, and they're pretty small, muy pequeño, and they put out a ton of power. Early live stream. That's right. On these Amazon Prime days, we go at 9 o'clock. Any desk speaker stands around 20 centimeters high on sale? I don't know. Let's check it out. My go-to is these. They're not cheap, but they're actually very good. ISO Acoustics. Love these things. I don't know how. I don't speak metric though, so I don't know if that's 20 centimeters or not. I can tell you it collapses down to 3 inches. 3 inches exactly. How many centimeters is 3 inches? That's 7.62 centimeters. And then it goes up too. Let's see. Let's see if they're on sale. ISO Acoustics. I think this is, no, that's a subwoofer one. Maybe this, no, that's the subwoofer one. I don't know where the one that I have is at. I think it's about $100. So, I mean, that may not be worth it, but I like them. And listen, the reason why I use them is because they gave them to me for long-term review. I don't think they would be worth sending back, but yeah, I use them all the time, everywhere. All right, grab your cup of coffee. Thank you. Drinking out of a Christmas one today, or red tree. Would those stands provide a noticeable improvement to the Sony SSD S5s? It depends what you're taking them from. Now, if they're just on your desk is hollow and resonates. Yeah, I think make a noticeable difference. I used to have like a low boy TV stand, and I noticed a big difference on almost all of my bookshelf speakers because I used to just put them on the stand and then I'd put them on there. So yeah, it depends on what they're on though. If you have your speaker sitting on a cinder block wall, you're probably not going to notice any difference. If you have them sitting on something that can, will, and does resonate, then I think you will notice a big difference. None of your business. That's my primaries are in my small apartment. You guys are talking. What are you talking about? Where's none of your business at? Anyway, tuning in from Australia, hoping some of these deals translate down under. I would be too. I still need to go on like, there's like an Amazon international. I have to figure that out. All right, we already did that one. All right, let's get into some any cable deals going on. Let's check it out. The cables that I always use are either World's Best Cables, and then it doesn't look like these are on like sale, but I mean, these are the prices that I pay, and I think they're a great value. And then I do use AudioQuest, the most affordable lines. Doesn't look like any of those are on sale either. So don't use these. I use some red ones, I think. I do like this though. This works pretty well. The surge protector. I have one of these laying around somewhere, and I don't know where it's at. I've looked for it 100 times. I have these too. They sent me these. I literally said I don't want these, but they said just try them out. I have this one too. I like it. I think $400 is way expensive for what it does, but let's see if we can find an alternative power conditioner Pro. I can't remember the name of. It's like a Pro brand, like Pro audio brand. Furman is what I use. Furman power conditioner. And I did some testing with a noise thing with this. So this isn't even this might be easier. This isn't even like an audio device. This is for like electrical noise, and it gives a number, and then it gives an audible like hiss depending upon how much noise. So I connected it to the outlet, and then I put the power conditioner in and connected it to the power conditioner. And the AudioQuest dropped the levels quite a bit, but the Furman power conditioner also dropped the levels the same amount. So I've gotten this one, but the price on this one is wonky. I bought it for like $60. I think this is the one I got. But when I got it, it was, no, obviously I didn't get that one because it says I didn't buy that. It was $60 when I bought it, but it kind of goes up and down. All right. Well, anyway. You don't have to spend $400 on a power conditioner. I don't see any cables, and I would stay away from anything other than like any of this stuff. I would stay away from it. Amazon Basics cables are fine, but I've been burned. Monoprice cables are fine. I've been burned on stuff like this, especially not necessarily Gear It, I don't think, but there were these right here. Don't buy these. It's got 13,000 ratings, and I bought them, and I had more than one pair fail. Actually, these right here too, these goldfish, I was picking up a bunch of noise on these. So here's the cables that I have no problem recommending. Amazon Basics. I have no problem recommending Monoprice. I have no problem recommending World's Best Cables, and I have no problem recommending AudioQuest. Yeah, World's Best Cables never go on sale. No, they don't, do they? I think Prime Day stuff is special. Everything I have gotten on Prime Day has worked extraordinarily well. There you go. All right. Call. Good morning, Randy. Curious about your opinion on something. I have a ZA3 with 3 Sparkles op amps and 48-volt power supply on the way. Very excited and plan on running it balanced using a topping A70 Pro. I think that sounds great. I don't know the topping very well, though. But, I mean, I'm sure it measures well. The ZA3 with 3 Sparkos is going to be spectacular. You're going to love it. Would you use the sub out on the Fozzy or the RCA out on the preamp for the sub? I plan on using A7 Pro. Thoughts? I would use it on the preamp or the DAC, because the only way you're going to be able to control level on the sub, you know, in parallel to the overall level is if you're using the volume on the ZA3, if you connect it to the ZA3. If you connect it to the A7 Pro, when you control volume on that, then it's going to turn the subwoofer up too. So that's how I'd use that, unless you're only using volume control on the ZA3. So, yep. W Audio Power Conditioner on Amazon. Let's check that out. I love this. I love our live streams because it's like the community helps each other out. I love that. W Audio Power Conditioner. Boom. Look at this big boy. Love it. Gigantor. I love this thing. I need this thing. I want this thing. High-end audio grade noise filter. Well, you know it's good then. It's got 339 ratings. I like that. I'm going to put it in my cart just so I remember it. Add to cart. All right. Let's get into some of these deals. Not really any different from yesterday. But if you didn't join me yesterday, I'm going to go over some of these deals, which I think are good, real good. All right. All of the Weem stuff except for the Ultra is on sale. So you're saving $30 off the Weem Pro. Great deal, great deal. You can get a remote for, like, if you need a remote, then buy this one because it's $127. $15 off the Weem Mini, which is awesome. Ultra still $330. And then where's the Weem Pro Plus? I think that one's on sale. By the way, all of the links in the description are going to be, this is a good deal right here. All the links in the description are going to be affiliate links, which means if you click through and buy, I get a commission. It doesn't cost you anymore, though, so it's a great way to support the channel. And if you want to support the channel and not be out of pocket any money, you can just click on any of the Amazon links and then buy whatever you need. You need to buy a tent? You can buy a tent and help out the channel. Do you need to buy car wash shampoo? You can buy car wash shampoo, which, incidentally, I did yesterday. All right. So the Weem stuff, heavily on sale, except for the Ultra. Great deal already. So crazy deal now. Also, along the same vein, let's see if they're still on sale. The Blue Sound Node. Yep, right here. Crazy deal on these too. $350. I think that was $600 new. It says $550. I think though back in the day when it first came out, it was actually $600. Put that right here. Boom. That's a blue. Whoops. Did I mess that up? Blue Sound Node. I think I missed a super chat. Let's go back. Carlos Lopez, $5. Thank you, Carlos. Any good speaker driver deals? Trying to replace a busted 12-inch woofer on my Pioneer Tower speaker 3-way connected to my Denon DRA 800F. You can go to Parts Express. They're usually running some type of sale. Save up to 25% on select speaker building products and accessories. 10% off your first order. The problem is like you don't know what the roll-off looks like on that 12-inch woofer. But if you pull the other woofer out, just look for the same nominal impedance. And I mean, I'm sure it's not going to be perfect, but it's not going to be bad, especially if it's a 3-way, because you're crossing that woofer over super low. So even if there's a bunch of breakup on that woofer, you're probably not going to hear it. So yeah, I would check out here. Dayton Audio is their house brand. 12-inch woofer. Dayton Audio is their house brand. So you'll be able to get some good deals there. Another one is, it's a place out of Wisconsin, I think. Maddie Sound. You can check these guys out too. You can actually call these. I'm sure you can call Parts Express too. You can call them though and tell them what you're looking for, and they'll probably be able to guide you in the right direction. I've talked to both people at Dayton Audio or Parts Express and Maddie Sound. Very nice. I think they'll help you quite a bit. So that's what I would do, Carlos. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. All right. Hey, Barry Sullivan. Brian Romska. What up? Brian's a long-time patron, and so is Barry Sullivan. Some Weem stuff is discounted up to 24%. I know, that's crazy, right? Crazy. I need speaker sale to match my AXA 35 amp Cambridge audio, baby. Polk's got some stuff going on. Polk speakers. The Signature Elite stuff is all on sale. Depends on whatever you're looking for, though. I think the whole line is on sale. The Signature Elite. And then also, I think the XTs are all on sale, and that's for Polk. For that, it's a little bit warm. Polks are going to be a little bit bright. Let's see, Polk, not Legend series. It's the Reserve. These are heavily on sale. R200. So a bunch of the Reserve stuff is on sale. Ring radiator tweeter, a little bit harsh on the top end at times, but with the AXA 35, should be good. Good balance. Then Q Acoustics 50/20. Depends on what your budget is too. I think these are spectacular. I wish they were on sale. I wish they would go on sale. I just love the 5000 series. I think they're fairly priced, though. Here you go. Big old tower speaker. And then ELACs are kind of on sale. The previous gen ELAC 5.2. 260. These occasionally go down to $200, but 260 is a very fair price for these. Oh, I'll see if it's still available or if someone bought it yesterday. ELAC Unify. So every once in a while, the OG ELAC Unify will show up on here. Nope. See, they do this stuff too. So this is the first generation. It's in white though, so they're trying to charge a premium. But the ones that were in black sometimes will show up for like $300. But it's somebody that bought out a bunch of stock. So it's not like it's an audio centric. I think they just sell. They buy stuff on clearance and then sell it. Pass the savings on to you. Yeah. May want to look at something with a little bit higher efficiency, but if you just play at decent levels, then I don't think you're going to have any issues with it. All right. Oh, we got a super chat. Super chat. All right, we already got that one. Maybe there's another one. No, we got Carlos. Michael Tierney. $10. Thank you so much, Michael. That's awesome. Thank you. It really helps out the channel. All right, I want to get my feet wet in R2R DAC. Thinking K11 or R2R or Hyphaman EF499. What do you think? I haven't heard either of those. The only really affordable R2R DACs that I've tried are it was a dongle DAC. I can't remember the name of it. It'll come to me here in a second. I didn't love it though because it's powered off of your phone. I mean, if you're using it on a computer, I'm sure it's fine. But I'm very interested in the K11. Very, very interested. I'm sure it's good. I think there's a few reviews, if not a lot of reviews on the K11. So I would check those out, but I'm really curious. I need to get one of those in. For sure. All right. To avoid destroyed hardware with a Denon DRA 800H, check out the hidden menu to adjust the impedance, which is possible. There's an instruction on Denon's homepage. Very good. What up, Ramon? Q speakers are sexy. They are sexy. Carlos, oh my god, thank you. Been looking forever. What did I help you find? $2. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yo, dude, my man. I'm starting that video today because I'm going out of town on Saturday. I'm going on a little vacation. Starting that video. So that video is going to be done and released while I'm gone. Super excited. Super excited about that video. It's going to be discovering it at the same time you discover it. Another $2. Any thoughts on the SMSL A0200 Mark II? Let's check it out. I think I reviewed that. They all start running together, especially when they look the same. SMSL A0200 Mark II. DO100 A50 AO300 AO200. I don't know if I had this one in or not. Let's see. Oh, this is the ubiquitous, worthless USB input. Bluetooth speaker, RCA input, subwoofer output, power switch. I think this is is a Mirrors chip. MA335332. I do like this chip. I thought the chip sounded really good. I don't have a ton of time on these, but when I listened to it, I thought it sounded better than like the previous generation. I think the Mirrors is a part of Infineon, and this generation of amps, the AO300 and AO200, I think sound better and more natural than the first generation, like the Infineon. I can't remember the chipset anymore. So yeah. Polk Debut 3 6.3 versus Polk R200. They sound very, very, very different. Very different. So the Polk is going to sound much darker at lower volumes. The Polk R200 is going to sound fairly active on the top end. Depending upon the electronics that you have, though, the R200 can be ultra revealing. So if you have maybe not the most natural sounding DAC or amp on the front end of the R200, can get a little bit crunchy. The ELACs are not going to sound like that at all. So they're going to sound very relaxed. And you kind of extract details out of the ELAC based on the electronics you have in front of it, and then also on the power that you have running through it. Power being how loud you're listening. So as you turn up the Debut 3s, the top end is going to come in line. As you turn up the R200s, that top end is going to come too far forward. But if you have something like the AXA35 or something on the warmer end, like a Marantz, R200, if you're listening at lower volumes, may be a better fit than the ELAC Debut 3s. However, if you like to listen about 75 dB or louder, the Debut 3s are fine. Even at lower volume listening, I have the Debut 3s. I had them in the living room yesterday. And I was sad that I had to take them down because even though they aren't as like sparkly on top at lower volumes as I sometimes like, the vocal like richness is so awesome on those speakers, and they hit super hard. I really like watching TV on them just in 2-channel because it just like it's very natural and just warm, lovely. R200s. Also a little bit finicky about placement too, because that ring radiator tweeter is a little directional. Hey man, I hope you're out of there. I hope you have left. Best hurricane themed tracks. I don't know. I feel bad about like talking about hurricanes. Just be safe, brother. I hope you get out of there. Status audio earphones, legit or junk? They have 3 drivers per side for difference. I don't know anything about like that. The IEM and headphone ship has kind of sailed for me. I still will do headphones occasionally. Most of them are over ear, but the race to the bottom with all these multiple, dynamic driver, electrostat, all that stuff all shoved into, one enclosure. I don't know. If I'm doing that, I would rather just have like one dynamic driver on an IEM. So I don't know anything about status audio. I don't know at all. I know that the more drivers you put in there, the harder it is to make it sound good. If you look at like the OG big companies like Sennheiser, like the one dynamic driver, usually, I don't know, does Sennheiser make multi-driver headphones? Sure, the same, like one dynamic driver. So yeah, I am way inland now. Good. I use the SMSL M300 SC on my PC. Nice. We have to laugh or we'll cry. Yeah, I totally get it. I'll tell a quick story if I don't have any super chats. So the year, I believe, had to have been 04 or 03. Let me check here. When did Hurricane Ivan hit Florida? 2004. Okay, so September 16th, which incidentally, whoops. That was an integrated amplifier. I'm not going to show that on camera. So September 16th, 2004. which incidentally, Metallica came in and played. So my first Metallica show in Florida. So it was, 2004. And I came back and my apartment was condemned and everything. And so there was nobody there, no power, but there was like one couple with a kid, right? So it was a younger couple with a kid, and they're from Russia. And they had no place to go, right? So they had no family there. And they were living there still. Like the place had been condemned, but, people like everybody was busy as far as like the, law enforcement. And so it's pretty low on their priority list to go clean people out of a condemned apartment complex. But they were living there. I think they were on a first floor, maybe a second floor apartment. No power. And I was there. I was pulling stuff out of my place. And they're literally cooking over like a campfire, open flame. And the dude was making coffee. And I walked by and he's like, "Do you want a cup of coffee?" And it literally almost made me cry because it's like his kid, and I think they had two kids. The kids are like running around, like playing, like they don't, and like there's debris everywhere. And he's cooking or he's making coffee over an open flame. And then he's asking me if I wanted a cup of coffee. Well, like he's facing all that, right? Like no power, everything's destroyed. And I was like, holy cow, like people can be so wonderful and kind. And it was a lesson that I learned, and I'll never forget that lesson because it's like I say, and when I say we, I'm really talking about me. It's like I need to be like grateful for what I have and be giving for what I have, because like there's huge examples of like people just being so kind when they shouldn't be. That guy should have been feeling sorry for himself, but he wasn't. And I wonder what ever happened to him. Anyway, I hope that didn't make you cry. So, yeah. It is amazing that in the face of all this destruction, people are still kind and giving. It's an incredible thing when people come together to be awesome. Yeah, it really is. And the crazy thing is like a lot of times it takes crazy crap like this to bring people together. I hate that, but it's just the way it is. The SU1 plus Wii Mini is supposed to be the budget champ combo nowadays. I keep hearing good things about it. Yeah, if you get the SU1, here's the thing though. So let's go back over to here. Now, so the SU1, I think is what, $80? So it's $80. Wii Mini, $75. So what is that? $135? Is that right? Is my math correct? 80 plus 80? No. Math isn't correct. 80 plus 80 would be 160. So this would be $155. Okay. There we go, Randy. So the SU1 has the 4493 chipset. And I think it does sound better than the Wii Pro Plus. But, so for an extra $20, you get the Wii Pro Plus. Now, what you're getting with this is the same 4493 chipset. I don't think it sounds quite as good. I think the SU1 is better, especially on the top end. And you have the option of being able to, well, you can do that on here too. So both 5 volts, so you can upgrade this with a better power supply. Anyway, here's what you're getting with the Wii Pro Plus that you can't get with the Wii Mini. So for $20 extra, you're getting a remote control, but you're also getting room correction. You're also getting a 10-band EQ. You're also getting, you get the 10-band EQ with the Wii Mini. So really it's room correction. And you get an analog input, which you have on the other one. This one I just think is a better overall value. And I think you can use it in more like situations. So yeah, if you can squeeze out that extra $20 and get the Pro Plus. But if you're on a budget, you can only afford $75 every now and again. Then yeah, SU1's great. Great. Scott Baylor, thank you for your service to both our country and the audio community. You are welcome. It has been an honor and a privilege, and I've had fun doing both. CXA81 and R200 sound very good together as it pulls back those highs in a pinch. Very nice. I got a bunch of new Cambridge stuff that I need to unbox. The next 3 days are just going to be nonstop for me because I've got to get a lot of stuff done before I leave. So I just unboxed a pair of tower speakers, which I'm very excited about. Just spent some more time with some different tower speakers, which I'm very excited. Oh, by the way, tomorrow I am doing a live stream with Audio Advice out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and JBL. So we're going to be doing a live stream, which is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's at 3:45. Maybe it starts at 4. So if you want to watch it, I'll promo it tomorrow too. Like I'll put up some community posts and stuff like that. But it'll be on Audio Advice's YouTube channel. Yeah. Scott, thank you so much for the super chat. Here's a great question. What is a good amplifier for a KEF LS50 Meta? None. Throw them out. They're terrible. Just kidding. For the KEF LS50, very warm, very high current amp, I think would sound good. The funny thing was the best amp pairing I ever had. The cat may be out of the bag now. So the best amp pairing I had with KEF LS50s was this TIAC integrated. And the irony is it's 25 watts. I thought that was the best combo. If I had to guess, though, like I have a pair of Outlaw monoblocks that have been running for about a week or so. I think those would be a good pairing. They're expensive. They come in at $400 a piece. You could look at the A2. It just depends on your budget. I would look for something that's a little bit on the warmer side and very high current. Very powerful. High current. A lot of stuff like that. But I never would have thought a Class D would have sounded really, really good on the Metas. But they did. They did. Which Phono preamp would you recommend that you consider to be a step up in sound quality performance from the Fozzy X2? Thank you for your time and service. That's an easy one. So for around $200, and I hate that I recommend them because I don't like iFi as a company. The iFi Zen Phono. I don't know anything about the Air Phono. Zen Air, Zen Phono 3. Are these new? Anyway, it's probably this one. Although I've never seen this one before. But yeah, the Zen Phono of any iteration is really good. Really, really, really good. Really good. Really good. All right. Okay, we already did that. If you connect a Weem Ultra to Emotiva TA1 via Toslink, which DAC is being used? The one in the Emotiva. I think both have differing DACs. Yes, the DAC in the TA1, yeah, TA1 has an analog devices. 19 something, I think. Good, very good. The DAC in the Weem Ultra is, I believe, a Sabre. That's the cool thing about it, though, is if you have that combo, you can test out which way you like it. So if you want to use the DAC in the Weem Ultra, run analog out into an analog in. If you want to run the DAC in the Emotiva, then do it your way. Toslink out to Toslink in. Yeah. There is a sale on the Polk ES10. I'm looking for small form factor speakers for an office setting. How would the ES10 compare to similar sized speakers like the Mica RB42, PSB Alpha 3, or Mission? So I don't have any experience with the ES10. I do have experience with the RB42 and the PSB Alpha 3. I think they all sound good. The micas, I think, are going to be the most balanced. PSB Alpha 3s were a little bit warm, but really fun and really engaging. ES10s I've never heard, but if they sound anything like the ES15s, it's going to be kind of like the middle part. So the RB42 is going to be the most neutral, but they need a lot of power. ES10, if they sound anything like the ES15, would be kind of in the middle, leaning a little bit warm. PSB Alpha 3s lean a little bit warm and punchy, but still enough detail on top. I like the PSBs. I don't like the way they're built. I think they're kind of chintzy on their build quality, but I do like the way they sound. Yes, that's the new iFi Zen Phono 3. Shit, Manny 2 is pretty rad as well. I need to get that in and play around with it. I'll tell you something, like vinyl videos, that's topic isn't super popular on my channel. Like if I put a video out about a turntable or something like that, not nearly as many people watch it. In the long term, sometimes it hits, but for the most part, like people just aren't into watching stuff on turntables. I like the Project Tube Box S2. Can a Weem access FLAC music stored on a NAS or even a Logitech? Yes, depending upon how you do the folder design, and it picks it up very easily. So I have a NAS, and as long as it's on the same network, it legit just picks it up. There's a part in, maybe I got to plug my phone in actually all the way to charge it. My phone about died anyway. It's still about dead because I didn't actually plug it in all the way. Yeah. So yes, as long as it's on the same network, it'll pick it right up as soon as you open up, like browse. That gives you the opportunity. I think it's called My Music or something. All right. Q have products on sale? I don't think so. I looked. By the way, if you want to use any of the links in the description, those are affiliate links, which means I get a commission. It doesn't cost you anymore, though, so it's a great way to support the channel. These is the little floor stand. These M40s were way better than I thought they were going to be. Way better than I thought they were going to be. Q150s are on sale. M20s, that's the powered. Yeah, I don't really see them being like a super duper sale. I want to get the new 3000 series in too. You were the reason I decided to go for the Fluence RT85 when I saw your video about it. That's a great turntable, man. If I didn't have my more expensive ones, that would be my daily driver. Here we go. I didn't like the Zen Phono. I upgraded to the Parasound. Last I checked, they were marked way down because I think they're being discontinued. Parasound makes a good product. For sure. All right. Let's see what else I have on here. Polk, we talked about that. Oh, you need to get this Kershaw filter. Okay, so I always have a pocket knife on me unless I'm going to the airport. I have been through a lot of pocket knives. What did I just say? I'll just do this. This is far and away my favorite pocket knife I've ever owned, and actually one of the cheapest pocket knives I've ever owned. And the reason why I got this knife is because I was at DFW airport, and so I've purchased this 3 times. I was at DFW airport. I had a nice, more expensive knife, and it's always in my pocket, so I forget about it, and I had to throw it away. I've had to throw this one away too at DFW Airport, but this one doesn't sting nearly as badly because it's $25. But I have been through multiples, and this thing is so good. It's a little bit on the big side, but like it really maintains a nice edge and stays sharp for a while. A little bit harder to sharpen it because I think it's harder. But this thing is like, listen, look, I got garbage on it on the tip. I use it all the time. It's a great knife. For $25 is absolute no-brainer. And it perfect size. A little bit big for some people. I did get the cheaper, smaller version of this that's supposed to be better. Nope. No, I got the more expensive, smaller version, which was supposed to be better. Nope. This one's better. That other one dulls like super quick. I think it's got softer metal. Buy your girl Slurpees while on vacation. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. I'm getting very excited. Very excited. So you got to get one of these knives, man. These knives are awesome. $25 for this thing. I was so mad. I think it was like a cold steel. It was like an $80 or $90. It may have been a $100 knife. And I'm at DFW. And you just literally just have to throw it away. Because I didn't have time to go put it back in the car. So I bought 3 of these. Never go back. You know you're old when you find something that you like. Like this is a total old person thing to do. You find something that you like, and then you just like, nope, everything else is dead to me. This is the only thing I'll buy. Like I knew guys that did Ironman triathlon and stuff, or like long distance running marathons. They would find a sneaker that they liked, and they would buy 5 pairs of them, 10 pairs of them. Just have that sneaker for the rest of their life. So if you have any stories like that, I want to hear it. What have you, like if you're old or curmudgeon-y like me and you find something that you like, what is it and how many have you bought and has it been discontinued and are you freaking out? Are you stockpiling pocket knives? Because I'm about ready to start stockpiling these Kershaws. Like every now and again, I'm just going to buy one, like one a year and then just have a drawer full of them. So when one goes, I just go pick up the other one. ELAC debut 3 versus 2, UB52. Thoughts? I haven't heard the 3, or I haven't heard the 5.3s. But the 6.5 inch version or the 6-inch version, the 3 is more similar to the first generation than the second generation. Second generation front ported, not nearly as palpable on the bottom, not nearly as much warmth in the mid-range, and just kind of, I don't know, a top end I didn't love. And the interesting thing is I've heard that the B5.2s or 6.2s took a really long time to break in. I thought the 5.2s sounded pretty good out of the box. 3.0s, they're just going to sound different. If it were me, I'd be choosing the debut 3s, but you have to go into it knowing that this is going to be a warmer speaker, but I think a lot more dynamic speaker than the second gen. But people swear that the second gen just takes, you just have to give it more time and then it'll break in eventually and sound really good. So anyway, yeah. I have a bunch of different pocket knives. Very nice. Debut 3 versus Kef 350. I debut 3. 350 is a good speaker. It's fine. But I think the 350 is trying to be too much like the LS50, where the Q150 I think sounds better than the 350 and more similar to the debut 3.0. The 350 is good though. Never sharpen them, just swap to a new one every day. Hide your knife onto a sign outside the security gate. Go get it when you return. Works great. I'll have to think about that. I don't know if I'd remember to get it back though. Everybody send Randy a Kershaw knife. No, I'm not asking for that. I'm saying if you need a pocket knife, it's a great pocket knife. But I want to know, like, what is it? Is it coffee? Is it lunch boxes. Have you ever found something that you just love? You're a little bit neurotic about it, and then you buy multiples of it. Amazon won't ship the Kershaw to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Are you kidding me? You can't get a pocket knife in Massachusetts? Are you serious? I want to know. Are you being serious or are you kidding? Favorite amp and pre to run Wharfdale Lintons. Oh. This is what jumped off the top of my head. So, take it for what it's worth. It's expensive though. Differential reference DR1 monoblocks from Emotiva, like $3,000, 3,200 coming in, and then the DR, whatchamacallit. It's kind of like it's got one balanced analog input, one single-ended analog input, and it's a balanced DAC with HDMI, XD3, I think. I put those on the Linton, and it was like revelatory. It was so good. So good. Large room plus Weem amp equal what speaker? Well, it depends on what sound you like. 5040s from... Okay, here we go. So, large room, 5040s from Q Acoustics or the TA1, or not, XT1 or XT2 from Emotiva. Those are what I get. Locking knives are illegal to carry in the UK. Jeepers creepers. I do have a lunchbox collection, mainly music memorabilia. I think I knew this about the UK. So can you have just like a folding one that doesn't lock out or assisted? Yes, knives can be shipped to Massachusetts, but there are certain restrictions on certain types of knives. Wow. Crazy. Gray camo Clark's desert boots. Here we go. I have 3 unworn pair. Love them. Cheap and comfy and never want to run out of them. I also have 7 pair of all white Adidas. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Very good. I have an NAD C350 and Dolly Oberon 1. Treble is killing me a bit. Will Oberon 3 be the same? I use them for desktop speakers. I've never heard an Oberon. I heard the powered wireless Oberons, but I couldn't get it to work, so I sent it back. They sounded good when I heard them. I don't know, though. So I'm sorry. Length restrictions. Ugh. What are your thoughts on the Pioneer Elite VSX LX 505? I loved the VSX LX, I think the 305. I like it. For a receiver, it sounded pretty good if you run Dirac. Spyderco makes non-locking UK legal knives. Gotcha. UK laws are ludicrous. The blade has to be under 3 inches. No locking. Like, I wonder why. Like, I would love to know why. Listen, I've been getting into, I like cars, so I watch a lot of stuff about, like, the absurdity of the UK, like, electric vehicle mandates and stuff like that, and how it keeps getting pushed down. So I'm always kind of interested in, like, well, I mean, our laws are dumb here, too, so. Folding pocket knives, if they have a blade less than 4 inches. You have to have a permit to buy a chef's knife in the UK. Come on. You have to have a permit to buy a chef's knife in the UK. How do you get a permit for a knife? Did I hear you say last week that you ordered the Musical Fidelity A1 clone from AliExpress? Yep. I'm not going to give any more away. It's happening, though. It's happening. I think I missed a super chat. Thanks for all you say. Your recommendations are very useful. At only 40% of my hearing left, I don't need the best. Would I use a Fozzy amp with a Weem streamer connected to my SSCS5's TT and turntable? Would I use a Fozzy amp with a Weem streamer connected? Yes, absolutely. You could do that. I would look at the V3 Monos or the ZA3 for sure. And then I would try to compensate for your hearing damage with some EQ, because that's really what a hearing aid is, right? It just boosts certain frequencies of signals so you can hear them. It's not like it magically repairs your hearing. So we can improve our hearing just with a little bit of EQ. A little bit of EQ. I had 4 pairs of Polk Monitor 60s and 4 extra pairs of the crossover networks I designed for them. I was convinced at the time this was the monitor speaker for me. I love that. The Elite line is generally very good. They're all well designed. Yep. MA Supreme Court just overturned switchblade ban. I feel like we should be worried about things other than pocket knives. It's because of the huge knife crimes issues. Oh, supposedly. Cambridge Evo 75 is a brilliant match for the Wharfdale Lintons. There you go. Which turntable you recommend for digitizing vinyl collection to use for music production? I have never done that. I know that there's a few out there that have like USB outputs and stuff. I don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable making a recommendation. So I would probably look at something from Audio-Technica, because I think that's a great brand, even though I think their affordable turntables absolutely suck from a build quality perspective. And the internal, maybe I'm talking myself out of recommending Audio-Technica. I thought the internal phono preamp just sounded like garbage, and I thought the build quality was garbage on like a $250, and it was marked down from $350. Actually, I bought it the last Prime Day. It was so bad, I just gave it. I can't even remember who I gave it to. Like, somebody came over to pick up, I think it was Gordo. Gordo came over to pick up a pair of speakers, and I was like, do you want this turntable? Because I don't. And I just gave him like a $350 Audio-Technica turntable. I was disgusted with it. But I think it does have a USB out, so you can record stuff on it. UK has some of the toughest laws on knives, firearms in the world now. I knew firearms. I didn't know about knives. UK will ban rocks next. That's funny. Have you heard any experience PS audio gear? I had the Sprout, I think, briefly. Yeah. It was okay. What would you suggest for C350 with some sound stages, Oberon, but less aggressive treble? I don't know much about the Oberons. Same soundstage. I don't know. I have no idea. Less aggressive treble, though. You can look at those new ELACs, the debut 3s. The 50,000 series from Q Acoustics has a nice top end, but it's not super aggressive. Linton, very nice top end, but not overly aggressive. Sonus Faber, very nice top end. So the Lumina Amateur 2s. Yeah. Better to hide the knife than throw it away. At least you have the chance to recover it. Very true. All right, we're at 1:04. I'm gonna close this one out. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a great week. Stay tuned. Some really cool videos are gonna be coming out, and all thoughts, prayers to all my friends in Florida and everybody else, everywhere else for that matter, but especially that. Be safe, be kind. Love y'all. Bye.